The Florida Scholastic Press Association, or FSPA, is known for bringing students and teachers from all across Florida to have students compete and show off their skills in their respective broadcast mediums. And today, we're going to share their stories and perspectives right here. I'm Joseph Madero, and this is Real Talk reporting from FSPA. With this being the first state convention that FSPA has held since COVID, the tension is high and the students are eager to create. To talk more about the competition, we got Mr. Rodriguez, a teacher from one of the competing schools, to elaborate more.
So essentially the purpose of FSPA is to, you want to introduce entry-level journalists and broadcasters into this world of journalism. And I think what FSPA is really good at, it's kind of giving these students a very, very strong incentive to create purposeful stories within a very, very stringent deadline. So I think the fact that these kids are in an environment that's safe, they're in an environment that's, it's all friendly competition. They're able to kind of get their feet wet and see what it is to be in the industry, especially if it's something that they do see or want to pursue in the future. Going into this competition, I've been going to this competition for a few years now, and it's kind of crazy how, in a classroom, yes, you're teaching the theory, you're showing these kids what it is to be in the field, and ultimately they're doing it for their school publications. But when they go to competition, when they come to FSPA, I do feel that it allows them, once again, to kind of work in a much more, I would say, stress-ridden environment, which I think is important because broadcasting and journalism, as wonderful as it is, there are a lot of deadlines, there is a lot of stress involved. And I think that here, they're able to really test their skills and they can see where their strengths are, where their weaknesses are. And ultimately, yes, winning is great. But I think the biggest win is understanding maybe where your deficiencies are and what you need to do to fix them for the next year or for the future when they do decide to pursue this, if they do decide to pursue this, long term. It's actually a very great academic experience for them too, because, when you're in the classroom, you're in the comfortable confines of a secure space like a classroom where it's very, asking the kids to go out into the community and tell stories becomes a bit of a challenge. But when they come to FSPA, they're with their friends, they're building these lifelong memories, and they're doing something that they truly love, and within, a set time period. So they only have a few hours to be able to complete these packages, these short films, these podcasts. And I think it really helps them understand the industry, but also it'll help them build and forge memories that they will have for a lifetime.
Students are the backbone of this event, and their efforts are the main attraction for these FSPA competitions. So moving on to our next segment with the student perspective. Students ranging from middle school to high school are able to compete in these competitions, allowing a wide spectrum of styles, teamwork skills, and talents to be put to use. Here's Charlie Villa, currently competing in commentary, to give his input on the student FSPA experience.
And I was able to experience something new because this is something that I've always looked forward to ever since 6th grade. So in 6th grade, I was actually introduced to someone that was a major inspiration for me as far as broadcast journalism. Sir Omar Delgado, you probably know who he is, but he was definitely a big inspiration for me, and to think that I'm here now with him and I get to see his kids in action and I get to be here as well participating, it has been my dream ever since then. So I feel like this has definitely been an amazing experience for me.
The students' experience in competition can vary between grade level. So we got Isabella Stone in 8th grade competing in short film.
From competing here, I feel like I've been able to gain more experience and time management and being able to control my time and work with my team better. When we were writing the script and we were kind of all helping each other do different jobs to make it easier, it was kind of enjoyable because I got to experience different, a taste of different things, that positions. So far, we've competed in commentary, which we submitted right now, and we're also doing short film. It's been kind of fun coming up with the ideas and writing the script, and just we haven't filmed yet.
While students are the stars of the show, you really can't forget about the people that made it possible for them to get here. Here's Gabby Omo in our next segment, talking about the teachers.
That's right, Joseph. Teachers aid students' creative outlets by providing the resources and tools needed in order to thrive in the world of journalism. They also encourage and motivate their students by allowing them the freedom to report and bring attention to topics they enjoy. When I was first starting out, I appreciated the fact that my mentors gave me the ability to share with the world the ideas that I found interesting. They also supported me and gave me very valuable constructive criticism. As one of those mentors, we talked to Fallon Patterson, the advisor of the Lariat newspaper, to give her take on her experience here at FSPA.
I think the fondest memory, for me, it's a little bit bittersweet. This is actually my last year at my school. I'm moving out of state. My husband got a new job. So I'm just trying to soak the whole thing in, to be honest with you, because a lot of these kids I've had for several years, because I also teach journalism 1, and I teach English, so I've had them for multiple years. And so for me, it's just about like preserving those memories for myself, of giving them as much of myself as I can on this trip, because I don't get to be here with them next year. So, watching them compete, and we have all these inside jokes coming from this trip and stuff like that. I think that's kind of been sort of the thing I'm trying to hold on to.
Also here to share her experience, we have Christina Insua, one of the co-advisors at CCNN.
So I think the biggest struggle that we had bringing our kids here this year was financial. For the most part, we were able to cover the cost of our last competition, which was in California, STN, but that in itself was a lot of money, and we were not able to raise enough funds to then also pay for FSPA for the students. So as a result, we had to charge them, and a lot of kids weren't able to cover the cost, so we're kind of low on numbers this year. We usually bring about 55 or so, and this year we're under 40, which is a little bit of a loss for us.
Hearing about all these different perspectives really helps show what FSPA means to all these people.
Yeah, from students to advisors, it really goes to show the impact FSPA has on the broadcasting community.
Just like this podcast will have on your view on FSPA. I'm Justin Madero.
And I'm Gabby Omo.
Thank you for listening to Real Talk.